Good morning, Uintah. I'm Chloe, and today is Tuesday, September 16th.
And I'm Madison, and this week's grit letter is T for toughness. Watch for the grit after the credits.
The high for today is 72 and the low is 55. A couple more days, and then it's going to warm up again. There's still hope.
Check out the big screen in the comments for today's lunch menu. And now for Uintah This Week.
Good luck to girls soccer as they play Orem today at home. Come out and support. Varsity kicks off at 5.
Our volleyball team was on the road last night at Orem.
They lost 3 straight sets to 2-time defending state champions.
They play at home against Timpanogos on Thursday, so come out and support.
It's another week of treats from the library. Remember to track at least 15 minutes on Beanstack to be entered for treats.
Winners for tracking at least 15 minutes this week are Elena Lytle, Sophia Fowler, Connor Callowan, Gideon O'Neill, Acelino Murray, and Draven Adams.
The top 6 readers this week are Alexander Hackford, staying in first place with 3,649 minutes. Then Sophia Olsen, Abigail Morrison, Samuel Hershey, a tie for 5th place between Mason Patagimas, Emily Richens, and Juliet Christensen.
Our top tracking teacher is Mrs. Harvey for the 3rd week in a row, but Mrs. Durant has started creeping up in minutes. Get tracking to complete.
Do you want to shine as one of Uintah's best and brightest? If you missed yesterday's Sterling Scholar meeting, don't worry. Stop by Miss Holmes' room 2 and 210 for all the details.
Application packets are due Thursday, September 26th at 10:30 a.m. sharp. No late entries.
And now for a special message from Governor Cox.
I know this past week has been incredibly tough. We've all felt the weight of anger, fear, and loss. And I want to take just a moment to speak directly to you, students throughout Utah. Right now, it may feel like rage is the only language in our politics, but you have the power to choose differently. Every person you meet is more than a party, or more than a label, more than a post online. Everyone deserves dignity and respect. That means talking to people you disagree with, listening even when it's hard, and forgiving even when it feels impossible. Campuses like yours must be a place of the free exchange of ideas. It's critical to our American experiment. I want to challenge you to spend less time online where outrage has become so normal, and more time in the real world. Put down your phone, read something that lifts your spirit, go outside, laugh with your friends, serve your neighbors. Remember, what happens online is not real life. And if you're wondering whether this can actually make a difference, just look around. Utahns lead the nation in service, in giving, in community. When tragedy struck this past week, there weren't riots or destruction. There were vigils, prayers, and people coming together. That's the Utah way. Your generation can carry that forward. You can build a culture where we embrace differences without letting hate divide us, where hope is stronger than cynicism, and where forgiveness breaks the cycle of violence. My friends and Utahns, this is our moment. The question is, do we escalate or do we walk down the better path? My prayer is that you will choose humanity, connection, and love. And I believe with all my heart that you will.
FBLA will be having a meeting after school today in Mrs. Hansen's room, N101.
Seniors, the school is doing senior photos today at 7:40. If you haven't gotten yours done, they are $10.
Are you interested in being a part of a theater production but not interested in acting?
Mr. Piner is looking for some stage crew and he needs you.
Stage crew helps manages the props, the set, the cleaning, and more, and tends to go from 4 to 6 p.m. and 9/11.
If you are interested, go talk to Mr. Piner ASAP.
The Pickleball Club meets every Tuesday and Thursday at 2:45 to 4:30 p.m. at the outdoor pickleball court by VMS.
So go check it out today and play some pickleball.
And now to Adelaide for our Student and Athlete of the Week.
Hey Uintah, it is time for our Student Athlete of the Week. Our student this week is Liv Milliken, but she couldn't be with us this morning. She was nominated by Miss Muffler. Miss Muffler said that she is always willing to participate in class, she's always finishing her work, and she maintains high standards in everything that she does. Good job, Liv. Right here I have with me our Athlete of the Week, Jenny Hubert. So Jenny, how does toughness help you be a successful student athlete at Uintah High?
Toughness helps me by staying focused when matches get tough and shaking off mistakes.
That is awesome. Good job, Jenny.
The U Corner is open during lunch today. Go down and get some dirty soda and some popcorn.
Remember, Uintah FFA chapter is helping with a food drive for our local food bank.
Please bring non-perishable food to your first hour class. The class with the most donated items wins a breakfast with donuts. The drive ends on October 7th.
Remember, Uintah, Venus is the only planet to spin clockwise.
Show some toughness today and
Have a great day, Uintah!
Like the basketball stuff speaks for itself in terms of what that comment did for me, in terms of giving me stability and giving me confidence to say, okay, it's okay to fail because you're going to be loved no matter what. And that doesn't just mean basketball. That means anything in life. That means writing. That means being an entrepreneur. That means having the confidence to go for it. And I've seen too many parents do the exact opposite, and it terrifies children, and children become paralyzed by their own fear because they don't have that security blanket of love and comfort. What I try to do is just try to be still and understand that things come and go, emotions come and go. The important thing is to accept them all, to embrace them all, and then you can choose to do with them what you want versus being controlled by emotion. A lot of times I've seen players, even myself, when I was younger, being consumed by a particular fear, and to the point where you're saying, okay, it's not good to feel fear. I shouldn't be nervous in a situation like that. And it does nothing but grow versus stepping back and saying, yeah, I am nervous about the situation. Yeah, I am fearful about the situation. Well, what am I afraid of? And then you kind of unpack it. And then it gives you the ability to look at it for really what it is, which is nothing more than your imagination running its course. You think about game-winning shots or game-winning free throws, and people go to the free throw line and they're nervous about it. Well, what are you really nervous about? If you unpack that, okay, you're nervous that you're going to miss the shot. All right, so you missed the shot, then what happens? People are going to be embarrassed. You're going to be embarrassed because thousands of people, millions of people see you miss the shot. All right, and then what? People are going to talk bad about you. Okay, right? And so you're looking at it and go, are those things even important? You know what I mean? If that is my fear, like what is, you worried about letting your teammates down? Okay, have you let them down before? Well, I'm sure, in practice and things of that nature, right? They're still there. Yeah. And so when you're able to unpack it, you kind of look at it for what it is, which is really nothing. Don't hide from it. You got to be able to look at it and, and deal with it head on.